Hello everyone, I am Miss Ross and I'm very excited to welcome all of you to the wonderful world of iTunes U. Today's assignment, you're going to learn how to set up an iTunes U account. With this iTunes U account, you're going to be able to create a digital library for you to access at any time or any place. In your library, you are also going to create a podcast on how you plan to use iTunes U to help you be a better student. In the future, you could create podcasts to help you study for a big exam, or you can also use iTunes U to find already created podcasts to help you learn about something. So let's go ahead and get started with creating the iTunes U account. First, you're going to need to download iTunes U to your computer. It's very simple. You're just going to click the download iTunes or free download right here. You'll download the program or the software onto your computer, and then you'll simply see an icon up on the side that shows the iTunes bubble. With that being there, we are now ready to start our iTunes account. So to go in to do that, we're just going to open up iTunes right here. You'll see that we need to sign in. So you'll click sign in, create new account. Here we are right at the welcome to iTunes store. Press continue. Moving into our second page. This is the Terms and Conditions and Apply Privacy Act. Please go ahead and read through this if you would like. I'm sure it has a lot of very, very informative information. Click down. You have to click down here that you have read and agreed to these terms and conditions. Once you do that, press agree. We're now moving into the second page where we are going to put in our email address to set up the account. So go ahead and we'll type in our school email address. Create a password. It is sensitive. You have to have a capital, letter, lowercase, and numbers, and you have to have at least 8 characters. And again, go ahead and put the same one in. Enter a question to verify your identity in case you forget your password. That happens all the time these days. Everyone go ahead and put in a question that pertains to them. I'm going to put in, what was my first dog's name? Can't tell you what the answer is because then you'd be able to get into my account. However, it shows up, so we'll go ahead and put that in. I'll have to change that later. For enter the date of your birthday, go ahead and put that in. I'm going to go ahead and put my year in, and you all will be able to find out how old I am. I'm still a spring chicken. I'm going to go ahead and click I don't want to see any of the emails regarding news release or anything along those lines. I don't like getting those, but that's, again, a personal preference right here. So feel free to click them if you'd like to. The next thing that's going to pop up is the Verify Your Apple ID. A verification email has been sent to the email address I listed. So I need to go check that email and follow the link to complete finishing my Apple ID. So when you log into your email, you are going to get an email that says, please verify your contact email address for your Apple ID. You're going to go ahead and read this and then click Verify Now. And then that brings us in. Sign in to verify your email address. So go ahead and put in the Apple ID or the email address you selected. Don't forget that password that you have the uppercase letters and lowercase. Hit verify address. Thank you for verifying your address. It's now associated with my Apple ID. So I'm going to go ahead. As you can see, it now says, congratulations, your Apple ID is now ready to use with the iTunes Store. You can see I'm also signed in right over here, and you'll have the same thing happen here. So let's go ahead and start shopping. It even says, welcome, Katie. So now that you have the iTunes account, we're going to move into iTunes University, the fun stuff. So right along this bar, you're going to see a link that says iTunes U. Let's go ahead and click right on that. And here is iTunes University. Now I want to stop for 1 second and say that if you already have an iTunes account, you can log in right through the school's server. And you can do that by, since you are a student here at Full Sail University, we can go ahead right here, click. You can log in using your username and password that you always use. Go ahead and log in. You'll see the propeller page. Click right up here at iTunes U. And this is going to take you right to the school's iTunes U account. And as you can see, iTunes U for Full Sail University has just opened. So this is specific for our school where we can upload information and check out what other classes are doing if we want. You can see again, I'm logged in right up top through here still. The difference between the two ways that I just accessed iTunes U is that going through the Propeller website is going to bring you directly to the Full Sail University platform, where if you want to learn specifically about information posted here about Full Sail University. The other way of logging in takes you just to the main area of iTunes U, the main page where they feature all different information from all different schools. So this is being accessed from the store. That's the two different ways to go into iTunes U. There's not one way that's better than the other. You can actually search right over here using this tab, Universities and Campus, for the Full Sail University page as well, because it's not private. That is how you create an iTunes account, and it's also just the very start of what iTunes U is. I'm very excited to start the next step, which is how iTunes U can benefit you as a student.